Tocco of HB Global. Beth, what is your position with the company?
So currently my position is Global Fleet Leader. That pretty much means that out of all of our companies, I oversee all of our company's fleets. So all of the oil, propane trucks, all the HVAC service, tech trucks. We have over 500 vehicles, so it's a lot.
Wow. So you're responsible I guess, what is your day-to-day? What's your typical day? Like, what are your responsibilities consist of?
So for the most part, I'm pretty much like the data analysis collector. Like I just analyze everything from the gas in our trucks to repairs and maintenances, and kind of just see where we can make efficiencies with different like procedures and techniques, and then where we can make a cost savings and more efficiencies. So,
wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what's the best part of your job?
I mean, probably the people that I work with, just because everyone is phenomenal. I mean, we are an employee-owned company. We're an ESOP. So everyone has stake in the game. So everyone pretty much contributes evenly. So anytime that anyone's able to make a difference, it literally affects everybody. So if a technician finds a more lean way to do something out in the field, if he's cutting off an extra like 5 minutes of time that he would spend on a job, that essentially helps the rest of us out. And so I think that's kind of one of the best parts of my job too, is working on different savings programs. And if I'm able to make $100,000 savings or a $10,000 savings, it's just a great feeling knowing that I'm going to be able to benefit everybody,
right,
part of our company.
It goes right to your bottom line.
Exactly. Yep.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about the journey that got you to where you are today?
I mean, my journey is probably like everyone else's. There was really no journey. It just kind of like you fall into the energy industry, and that's literally how it happened. Like I have no background experience in the energy industry at all before coming into the position 4 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, I just kind of fell in. One of my girlfriends worked at the HVAC company and was like, hey, there's a position open. I don't know what it is, but you should apply for it. And at the time I was kind of working a minimum wage job right out of college, and I'm like, what the heck, why not?
Right.
And yeah, my manager took a chance on me because, again, he knew I had absolutely no experience whatsoever in the energy industry, but he was like, hey, this chick can make a difference. So.
Yep.
So
he
here I
saw
am.
something in you that you didn't necessarily see in yourself yet.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
And here I am, 4 years later.
Right.
Still here.
Yeah, absolutely. Has anyone along the way mentored you or helped you along, at HB Global or before?
Oh yeah. I mean, cliche would definitely be my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always been my backbone ever since I was little, always kind of pushing me to do different things and do it to the best of my ability, never settling for anything less type of thing. So obviously that's stuck with me through life, and kind of just wanting to do better and keep learning and being better every single day. As far as energy mentor would obviously be my first manager that took that chance on me of not having a clue what I was doing, but he was like, you know what, he took me under his wing, and I just kind of propelled me forward into the industry, and I fell in love, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a story that's true for a lot of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's great. Now, do you work with a team of people? Are there other women that you work directly with?
Not really. I mean, it's still pretty male dominated with our company, especially being more overseeing the fleet versus in my original position that I started in was assistant fuels manager. So yeah, I'm kind of in my fleet position, I'm more lone wolf.
Okay.
I mean, I have a manager that I answer to, but I pretty much do my own thing, and I work with each of the division presidents, and they're all men in the
Right.
industry. So whenever we were in fuels, our one sister company had their fuel manager was female though too, and she kind of grew up in the industry and
Okay.
took it over. So she definitely helped me out a lot too, and just kind
Right.
of being able to bounce ideas off at that time. So
And that helps. And
Yeah.
there you go. There's women helping women again.
exactly,
That's-
yeah.
yeah, no,
But yeah,
that's-
even before me, it was just her then,
Right.
And so we've definitely come a long way, I think. So
Great.
we definitely see a lot more women in the office.
Good.
So, but it's good.
So with that being said, have you faced any adversity because you're a woman, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I still am because coming into this role with our corporate company, our parent company, I'm at a whole different level with the division presidents and the executive team, and trying to kind of pass ideas and trying to say, hey, let's try this. I know we don't want to fix something that's not broken, but let's try to make it better. And I can tell that it's just kind of looked at as you're a young female woman that, what do you know, type
Right.
of thing. So I think kind of overcoming that, like it does get frustrating. I mean, it's hard
course.
for it to not get frustrating, but at the same time, like you can't let it bog you down and think,
Right.
just give up, throw your hands up and not get over it. Just be like, okay, I know this better than them, and I have all the information, all the facts to back
Right.
me up, and just kind of presenting that in a way that it makes them kind of understand, and it ends up being a no-brainer as far as like, look, these are the facts, did all your research, presented it the best way that I possibly could, let's move forward together. And it's a struggle, it's always going to be a struggle, but it's just that perseverance to keep going, and it's
Absolutely.
been working well.
Yeah, that's great. But before your job at your career at HB Global, what other jobs have you held?
So actually right now, on top of my full-time position with HB Global, I also work part-time at a boarding kennel that I've worked at.
Oh.
Yes, I love dogs.
Yeah.
But I've actually worked there since I was 14.
Okay.
So it's right down the road from
You
where I
couldn't
live.
give it up.
I will never, he won't be able to get rid of me.
Yep.
But I also work at a farmer's market with the orchard owners that we live around. So I
Right.
do that on the weekends. I absolutely love it. It's tons of fun. As far as full-time positions, I have my degree in psychology. So I worked as a crisis intervention specialist. So I was dealing with like the homicides, suicides,
Wow.
drug addiction, just abuse, whole 9 yards. We were going to schools and hospitals and getting called in with the police, and it was really interesting. I actually enjoyed that job, which is kind of crazy to say,
Right.
but for as much stress that you go through with it, it was kind of like, all right, is this worth it? Like, you're not
Right.
having that 9 to 5. You work weekends and holidays and everything.
You're
It's
on
like,
call, basically.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
time. And it's just like, you love helping people.
Right.
And at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, I need that my life too. So,
Right.
and that's why I took this opportunity with the fuel industry. And it was kind of like, okay, this is actually more my speed. Surprisingly, I still get to use my degree every day because you're dealing with people.
Right.
And people are hard. but
Agreed.
yeah, it's great, and I still feel like I was working so hard in the beginning to conform to, I have a psychology degree, I need to do psychology things, and it was like, that's absolutely not the case. Like,
You're applying it anyway.
exactly,
Yeah.
It's like you put in what you want to get out of it,
Yeah.
and it's been good. So
That's
Yeah.
that's absolutely great. So, what would you tell young women thinking about a future in the energy industry?
I would say the same thing that I would tell myself is just don't limit yourself and don't doubt yourself. Again, kind of coming from a psychology background, I was like, I need to conform to this one thing. I can't do these things. And just saying like, I can't do something versus I can do something, I mean, that's going to be the line is if you can can and will do great things. So it's just kind of, just don't doubt that you can do something and just take that chance, because it will be worth it and you'll be successful.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you'd like to say to your younger self?
Same
Same
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
just don't limit yourself and take chances, because you don't know what greatness is right on the other side of that, and just taking that leap of faith and having a good support system too really helps, and having those people that believe in you too, that you can make a difference and you'll do great things.
Can you share one project or a job that was memorable in some way?
There's so many. I mean, I would definitely say my time as a crisis intervention specialist was definitely memorable. It opened me up to a lot. It also helped me focus more on my work-life balance and kind of keeping those as separate as possible, which I think is really important, because as much as you want to help and make a difference in your career, you also really need to focus on your self-health and just focusing on your goals in your future, and just kind of trying to make a difference there first. So once you get that down, you'll be able to go forward and make a difference anywhere that you go. So
that's great. What do you see for the future of the energy industry?
I think it's good. It's on a good, steady path. I mean, the energy industry has been around forever. I mean, there's been ups and downs, and I mean, you ask anybody that's been in the industry, because they've probably been in it for decades, that all the things that we've kind of seen and gone through, there's always ups and downs, but it's persevered, and it always will be there. It's something that we need. So as much as the technology and advancements and everything that we've been able to develop through the energy industry, I think it's going on a good steady path, and it'll stay that way.
That's fantastic. Final question.
Yes.
What makes you feel powerful?
Myself. I mean, I really just try to kind of go back to that whole self-health and self-care, and kind of like self-reflection, as far as like, okay, these are the things you're good at. This is what you have accomplished, and this is the support system that you have around you that has helped you make these great things. And I think that really, I mean, that's where it all is going to come back to, and that's where it all starts, is within yourself and how you see others and help others, and see yourself and help yourself.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I don't know. I'm excited. I think the energy industry is going to be, like I said, going on a steady path, and especially the more young minds that we have contributing to that is just going to benefit it that much more. So anytime that we can get young people looking into this industry, because nobody looks at the energy industry. I mean, you think fuel oil, propane, dirt, grime, HVAC repairs all day, and that's absolutely not what it is. Like, you don't find a more diverse and welcoming community as the fuel energy. Like, they just kind of, you have open arms, and they bring you in, and then you don't get out. It sounds like really bad, but it's not.
Don't. You don't get out.
You don't. But you don't want to. That's the thing, because you found a good family and people that are going to have your back, and it's a great feeling to be part of. So I would always encourage that.
Perfect. Well, thank you for your time. We
absolutely.
definitely appreciate that.